Joining us now is Ben Collins. He's an NBC News reporter who covers disinformation, extremism, and the internet. Ben, I'm really glad you were able to be here tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
So you cover disinformation and extremism for a living. I just want to ask you bluntly, and it's okay if the answer here is no. Is the tension that I'm feeling here real and warranted? This tension between understanding the extremism that's at work here while also desiring not to spread it, not to popularize it?
It's a very real tension, and it's something that I fight with personally while doing this job. So I did all Saturday. I was thinking, how do I make sure people understand what's in this manifesto? And also understand mostly that this man is not alone in thinking this, that he's part of a community of people who want to murder people without trying to spread that message. And it's really difficult. You know, I've spent the last day or two just looking through his Discord chats that he has posted to, you know, like a diary since December. And it's incredibly and deeply chilling. The idea that he had was, you know, he was going to go to the supermarket instead of a church or a school, which he thought about. He thought about going to a school down the street because he deduced that there were more black children in that school because he thought they didn't test as well. That's how racist this man was. But he decided instead to go to the supermarket because he wanted to make sure every black person feared for their life everywhere they went. And I don't really know how to say that to people without quoting him in that way, but it is the tension that we have. And just avoiding it now, or, you know, taking those ideas that he has and try to moderate them a little bit, which is what, you know, frankly, Tucker Carlson tries to do, that's irresponsible. I don't have solutions for this. I think people have talked today about banning 4chan or something, or, you know, blaming Twitch. And that's fine. You can do whatever you want. If you were to ban 4chan, these people would use a VPN and get around it. It's a website that is based in Japan. There's not a lot of jurisdiction there for us. People will find a way to get to 4chan if they want to get to 4chan. There is a civic responsibility, though, to not take their ideas and take the murder out of it and say it's legitimate political discourse on the highest rated cable news show, or not to run on that as a political platform. And I don't know how to make people stop doing that. But instead of stopping, they are absconding from responsibility.
Ben, what happens to these manifestos that get published online, or even the live streams of the killings, which we saw this weekend in Buffalo and we saw previously in Christchurch and in other terrorist attacks like this? How do those things live online? How do they function? And do they accomplish what the killers want, which is to both spread and popularize the ideas that motivate them, and also to radicalize and galvanize to action the other people who already believe them?
Absolutely. This man had a very specific plan on what to do. He posted it in his manifesto, and then he did it. He outlined what he was going to do once he got his camera on his head to go inside to make it look like a first-person shooter video game. What he was going to do was he was going to post a link to the manifesto, a link to his Twitch stream, to people who he had previously interacted with on Discord. On Discord, you can talk about anything. Usually people talk about video games, just a place to chat on the internet, especially if you're a teenager. But anyone who's interacted with him got this message. Some people who, you know, had nothing to do with extremist politics. And it was saying that he was about to go to the supermarket to kill all these people. And here was basically just a series of diaries since December of him planning out this attack. From there, people on 4chan started to watch this in real time on Twitch. Some of those people started to archive this. And that's how we even know that these videos exist, is that some of the bad guys, or some of the people who, you know, interact with these people and at least, you know, knew the ins and outs of 4chan, started posting it there. And that's why this is a problem. This is decentralized. This is something that happened on an Amazon-owned company's servers, Twitch, which tried to take this down in real time. Then it was spread to 4chan. Then it was spread to other bad websites. There was an 8chan knockoff. 8chan itself is dead, but somebody took the branding and created a different 8chan website. This is not something that you can stop. This is something, if somebody wants to do it, they can get it out there. And they realize, too, that the next person to do this, because they don't think they're the last, will include their name in the next manifesto. It's that manifesto is, a recitation of everyone else's previous talking points. It's literature to them, and they build on it. In fact, there is, the spookiest part about this, I would say to me, is that the format is pretty set now. You go and you write something at the top about white replacement, pretty much the same thing as the last guy. And then you do a Q&A with yourself to figure out why it's happening. And then you list your ammo, drop a bunch of 4chan memes that inspire you. It's no different than the last one. I'm actually a nerd to it at this point, Rachel. But it is, unfortunately, a set thing. They have figured out exactly the format for white nationalist terror manifestos.
Ben Collins covers disinformation, extremism, and the internet for NBC News, which is a very, very difficult beat, difficult in terms of its toll on people who have to cover it every day and what you have to see. Ben, thank you for what you do. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for the time, Rachel.